Hey there, my name is Landon Elliott. Have you ever seen a gruesome injury in a sports game? And you're just wondering how it is possible for them to recover from that? One example I saw was when I was younger, I was watching a basketball game and a guy fell while trying to block a shot, and his shin came out of his leg. And that's still the most gruesome injury I've ever seen, but somehow 2 years later, he was able to make a return to the court. So how is that possible? So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and that's where the role of a physical therapist comes in. So I'm just going to be explaining the job of physical therapy, how you can become one yourself, and why you might want to consider this career. So what is a physical therapist? What is their main role? So their main role is to help patients with recovery, whether they're athletes or we see a lot of geriatric patients, or just regular citizens who've had surgeries or are dealing with disabilities. But aside from helping patients recover, they can help patients reduce injury and prevent them in the future. So they can work with improving mobility, strengthening the ligaments and the muscles surrounding certain bones and certain major muscle groups, and they work with a very diverse clientele. So like I said, you can work with athletes or geriatrics, but you can also do things with like cerebral palsy patients or just patients with other disabilities. So now that we know what some of the roles are as a physical therapist, let's take a look at how to become one. So you do need a bachelor's degree in a science-related field. It doesn't exactly matter which one, you just have to have a certain amount of science credits and a certain amount of classes. After you're in the bachelor's degree, you are going to need a doctorate in physical therapy. So that is usually around 2 years of grad school. After you get that doctorate, you must pass a national physical therapist licensure exam. So once you pass that exam, you're all good and you're ready to work. And so once you have all that certification and the degree, from there you're gonna try to find out what specialization you like as a physical therapist. So like I was saying, you can kind of choose what type of patients you would prefer to work with, and find out what you love. So it seems like a lot of work and a lot of time spent into getting this certification and the degree. So is it even worth it? Here are some reasons why physical therapy can have great benefits for you. The salary for a physical therapist is on average around $100,000 to $120,000 a year. And it's not just office work and busy work. You're actually putting in hours helping people, improving their lives, and seeing them go from a place of just a lot of times it's a depressing kind of place when they come in. They're usually pretty sad about their injury and feeling down, but you help get them to a point of just rehabilitation, and help them achieve their goals. Another reason why it could be a great career for you is there's a ton of job demand for physical therapists. We see that as society keeps progressing with AI, and a lot of jobs are being taken up by that kind of AI role, physical therapy has remained steady, and there's actually been more of a demand for physical therapy as the years go on. So you won't have to worry about finding a job. It should be pretty easy once you earn your certification for that. There are some challenges though for your career as a physical therapist. So like I said, it is a lot of schooling, and with school comes the loans for tuition. So usually it's about $100,000 to complete the grad school process. So that's about a year's salary. Also, the job itself can be pretty physically demanding and emotionally demanding, especially on the days where the client is feeling unmotivated or they're showing little progress in their recovery. During those days, it can definitely feel like overwhelming and not worth it. But you do have to weigh the benefits too with the risk. So yeah, that's just a little overview of the career of a physical therapist. I hope that you just leave here with more of a understanding of what it is to be a physical therapist and the benefits and challenges of that. So next time you see an athlete come back from an injury or a senior citizen recover from a fall, you can know that a physical therapist had a role in helping them recover. Yeah, thank you.